How's it going? I want to do a short video on cheap knives versus expensive knives. Like, why on earth would anybody pay, more than $10 for a knife? It's just a knife. I mean, it's got a blade, maybe it's serrated, it's got a point on it, it's made out of metal. That's a knife, right? Knife's a knife. Well, a knife is not a knife. This is a cheap $5 Flying Falcon China made out of stainless. This belt clip, that's the first thing I look at is a belt clip, and I think, is this going to actually hold it to my belt, or is it going to fall off or bend or do something stupid like this one? And this one sure did. This knife's pretty cheap. I don't know what plastic this handle's made out of, but it's no G10. And, a couple of screws that screw into plastic to hold it together is, not very impressive in my book. Cheap metal, the lockup, it's alright. I don't think it'll close, but it definitely wiggles. I can wiggle this knife. This blade is wiggly. I know, yeah, it looks like I'm shaking it, but you can see I'm moving the blade in the frame there. You can see the frame lock is moving. Or not the frame lock, the liner lock is moving. Just whatever. It's probably not even worth the $5 I paid for it. So here's a nice knife. This is a Benchmade Doug Ritter mini griptillion, stonewashed S30V steel blade. I can't wiggle that. There is no wiggle room. Up, down, left, right, none of that. This blade, we'll get a nice close up. Got a Benchmade patented axis lock. So I won't zoom in on that, but this is the 558 Benchmade. This has G10 handle. Got a really nice belt clip. I mean, this is, I can't move it unless, I slide it on my belt, and that's that. It feels great in the hand. Now, I won't lie. This feels comfortable in my hand. They didn't do a terrible job of the grip or whatever, but just, this jimping here, or stippling, whatever you want to call it. That, just a really nice knife. Feels good in the hand. I've used this, I've had it about a month now, and this blade is still razor sharp. I'm not gonna poke myself with it or touch myself with the blade to prove it, but this blade is nice. And how smooth. I can open it with one hand, I can close it with one hand. It snicks open so smooth you would almost think it's an auto knife or a spring assist. It's open, bam, it's there, it's ready. So that's why, they say, if anybody ever says, well, a knife's a knife, that's not true. This is a crappy knife, and this is a good knife, and there is a difference. And when it comes down to it, if I were, stuck on an island, I wouldn't trust this to save my life. But I think I might be able to survive with this Doug Ritter. So, just a little comparison there, and some of the things to look for. Most importantly, I think, is the belt clip and the type of metal. And if it says, China on it, if it's less than $50, it's probably made out of some cheap metal and not even worth your time.